You're listening to the Joel Lebang Show. It's a hell of a good time, isn't it?
We have a great guest for you right now, joining me all the way from Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. Best Female Solo Artist for the 2018 Banger Music Awards, Sabrina Fallah is joining us. Welcome, Sabrina.
Hello, thank you for having me. And about the contest, I had no idea I was going to be picked to be part of the solo category. That's cool.
You were entered in the big category, and then we had nominations, and you were narrowed down from there. And so cool. That's what the best part about sending your stuff to the show is that's how you get into the music awards. If you're not on the show, you can't make the music awards. Oh,
well, that's good to know.
So Sheryl Crow can never win the music awards on my show because she's never been played and probably will never be played.
Oh, yeah.
So why don't you tell people a little bit about you?
Well, you know my name. I am from Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. I'm a rock singer. I also write songs. I love performing. I pretty much taught myself the guitar. I've taken a couple classes, and then I'm like, well, you know what? I can easily go on the net and get the chords and practice it because over time, it's a lot of money being spent going every time to a guitar teacher. So I really did it myself. Except for vocal training, I had to go because that I needed a teacher for. But this is something I've been doing since I was 14, and I hope to be doing it for a while, hopefully songs pick up and go somewhere, but I'm doing it for the love of music.
Now, I noticed on your bio, it says Green Day, Bon Jovi, and Billy Idol are some of your biggest influences?
Yes, the men.
The men.
Yes. I feel that when I listen to rockers who are men, my voice fits more with the male vocals because I like going low and deep and raspy. But I like singing Kelly Clarkson also because for the high pitch. But the male musicians have really inspired me to do music. So, yeah.
And you would sing along with them when you were younger or something, and that's how you got into singing? Is that how I'm understanding that?
Well, when I first started to sing, I would sing like Avril or Simple Plan or Michelle Branch just to feel where my voice was going. But when I heard Green Day, I'm like, wait a second, that's what I want to do. I want to do rock music. I want to do something that I don't hear a lot of people doing because there's not a lot of female rockers out there, but if there are, where are they? Because now all you hear is pop and R&B and stuff. I want to hear more of these female rock singers come out and show themselves because Pat Benatar is out there, but she's huge. But where are the independent female rockers?
And you've done more than one EP because your first EP came out in 2012, right? All or Nothing?
Yeah. With I did it with Stuart Epps. Yeah.
Now, and he's famous if people don't know.
He's with Elton John, yeah, and Led Zeppelin and Oasis, yeah.
So you're like world famous now, then?
Maybe. I would love to be, but that was sweet. Yeah.
And from there, you waited a couple of years before you came out with your single, The Frontline. What were you doing in that time?
What I was doing in that time, I was writing, I was thinking about my next direction, and I had to meet people. I had to meet new people, new songwriters, new producers. I had to find the right people for my next project. And being in the business, I don't want to just put out anything. I want to make sure what I put out sounds the way I hear it in my mind and I see it, So I didn't mean to take that long, but in the end, it was worth it because Frontline came out and I was like, wow, now that's what I wanted to hear.
That seems to be the song that's the hardest one I've heard from you. I mean, you were really jamming on that one.
It is, and that was the point at that time, was to do a fun song and that can really attract. But I didn't expect it to be that hard at the beginning because when I did it with my co-writer, she didn't have it that hard sounding, But when I went to the studio, it changed. Because you put all the other instruments in it, and the production was huge. But I'm seeing that a lot of people like The Frontline, and I'm glad because it is a very fun, upbeat song. You can dance with it and just have fun with it. So. Moving to the top, it's where I belong. You can't drag me down.
So, from what I'm gathering is you like to work with different songwriters, maybe to give your songs a little more diversity in their style?
Yeah, also different songwriters have different ways of writing. Some of them like to rhyme, some of them like to have the same choruses, some of them like to twist it around and make the song completely the format you want to make it. They might have an idea that you might not think of and they tell you. So it also helps you in the writing process. If you have a writer's block, which sometimes you do, they might say, you know what, how about this? And then it opens you up. But I love writing by myself, but since I've been co-writing, it's like, wow, the difference, the stuff that they tell you, you might have never thought of yourself to put on the piece of paper, so.
So you come with them with a basic idea and then they expand on it, is what you're saying?
Yeah, they ask me what I feel or what I'm thinking about, and I lay down some, lyrics and stuff, and then they write around it, and they try to make sure that it doesn't change the story in my mind. Because sometimes one word here and there can change the story.
Mm-hmm.
I want to write about a heartbreak, not about a girl who is like heartbroken or something like that. It's like this: I broke up with the guy. The guy didn't break up with me. So it's the way you write the lyrics. But my recent EP, I just want to say that Stuck Up is not a recent experience. Stuck Up was just a song I thought of because there are people who are stuck up.
You're so far above it all and I'm down below. You act like you'll never fall, but what you don't know, that's what Humpty Dumpty thought. The world revolved around him until he got a face full of the ground that's coming at you now. You're so stuck up, stuck up. Don't know who you think you are, but grow up, that's enough. No, you're really not so far above. You're just stuck up.
I don't know. I don't know anybody who is stuck up. It's just that just came into my mind when I had to think of a song fast to write.
Now, you're talking about the EP Kisses the Killer, the song we play
Yes.
a lot on our show.
Yeah, that's the only song that I wrote that has nothing to do with my personal life.
Yeah, and you went down to Tennessee to record this?
Yeah, in Nashville, Tennessee. It was beautiful. Yeah.
How long did that take?
I went there in February of 2016, and I went there when we had the snowstorm here in Canada. So I left the snow. I went to a warm place, and I was there for 3 weeks, and it was amazing. And while I was there, my dad was calling me saying I am snowed in, and I wasn't. So, but when I came back, it was awful. Like, that was the year when the snow didn't want to stop. Like, we had snow for a very, very long time, but my gosh, I was so happy to go somewhere warm during February, you know?
Yeah, it's like that right now here in Michigan. We can't stop snowing. I'm getting a little tired of the snow.
It's snowing right now outside my window, and I'm like, this is February, but come on, it's getting to March, and normally we the snow goes, but the coldness is still around. It's still cold.
Well, it's Canada, and my family's from Canada, so I understand the climate up there for sure.
Yeah, it is Canada, but I'm still trying to get used to it, and I've been living here my entire life.
So, do you have any upcoming things you're planning?
Not at this very moment, but I'm actually working with a radio station right now.
Yeah, I was going to ask you that. I saw you were working with a radio station. You're a DJ, right?
Yeah, with the Jungle 77.3, yeah.
Give us a little backstory on that one.
Well, funny story. At that time, I was looking to be interviewed. So I contacted Tim, who is one of the DJs, which introduced me to Mike. And Mike interviewed me a few times. And then after a while, he was like, hey, you're a musician. Do you want to do some DJing? I'm like, well, not really. At that time, I didn't know because I was like, me being a DJ, like, seriously? But then I realized he wanted me to be a DJ because of my voice. I guess because of my singing voice, I could be a DJ. I could talk. I could communicate with the listeners because I perform. So I would know what to say. And then after a month or so, I decided, you know what? Maybe I should do it. It's something fun to try. So I did it, and now I'm actually loving it. I don't want to get off the air.
Well, that's something similar that I did with my show. I was doing a talk show with the first 2 hours, and then there was demand for a music show. And since I was already on so many stations, it was just a simple addition to the catalog. And next thing I know, I'm on all the stations that had me for my talk show are picking up the music hour. And the music awards was the first time you probably got to listen to the music hour. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that was actually fun. There were a lot of supportive people listening and supporting everybody. It was great.
Yes, it was a good time. I don't know if you realized, and I'm not sure I even expressed this to you, but you had the most votes for any artist in the entire music awards. So congratulations just on that.
What?
You did. When I was counting the votes, there were daily Sabrina Fallah votes coming in. Boom, 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 boom. I was like, this is amazing.
Well, I did spread the word, but wow, I didn't expect that.
Well, that's why I say you were world famous.
Oh, I didn't even expect to win. You know, I'm just there doing it. It's fun. People get to hear my name, hear my music. I like to do these things for the fun of it. But when I won, I was like, really? Like, you know, like it's not every day you win contests and stuff, you know?
Well, I was an artist, or I still am, but I don't, practice it as much as I should anymore. There were not very many avenues for musicians to get recognition. So in my attempt to help my fellow musicians on the level where I'm at, I said, let's have a music awards. Why not? And we went through the whole process, and it was one of the best times I've ever had doing the music show ever. So it was great.
And it also gets people to network and have fun together, because it shows the support you have for independent music.
Exactly.
So I think that is something you should keep doing.
Oh, we're going to do it every year. That was the first year. So we're gonna keep going on and on and on. So every time you have some new music, you send that along, okay?
Okay, definitely, yeah. Sure.
So speaking of networking, why don't you give everybody some of your social media so they can look you up, find out what you're doing, maybe even purchase some of your music.
Oh yeah, so my main website is sabrinafallah.com, which on the top you can go to my Instagram, my Twitter, my YouTube. I do have a Snapchat. It's Sabrina_Fallah. I follow everybody because I'm just crazy on it. I love Snapchat. I love using the filters and being funny and silly. That is Snapchat. I'm not trying to be a perfect on Snapchat. I'm just having fun. And iTunes, Sabrina Fallah. All my songs are on iTunes. Also, it's on my website too. So you can follow me on Facebook as well, Sabrina Fallah. It's amazing how I found out about Google. The more people go to your site, the more it's going to stay on the first page of when you type in your name.
Exactly.
So the more views your site is getting, it'll always be on the first page when you search. Like, for example, for Green Day. If you search for Green Day, they're always at the top of the first page because their website is being the most viewed. So it's amazing. I just realized that. So the more you view a website, the more it keeps staying in the front of the page. So it's cool.
Well, Sabrina, thank you so much for joining us in this hour.
Yeah, this was fun.
Make sure to send us any information on upcoming tours, music, anything you'll be doing, so then we can pass it along to our listeners here.
Yeah, I have your email. Definitely.
That was Sabrina Fallah. You can check her out on her website at sabrinafallah.com. We've got to take our third time out for this evening, but on the other side of this, our second Crank It or Jank It. So stay tuned.
Don't think about touching that dial.
That would be a mistake.
The John Lebang Show will be right back after this.
That's guaranteed, man. Like some good Thai stick.
Up next, we have Celebrity Drop It Like a Deuce.
If you want to win a prize,
Drop it like a deuce.
Are you sure this is a good idea?
if you want to have a good time,
Drop it like a deuce. I have a bad feeling about this.
no need to sterilize.
Drop it like a deuce.
Oh no!
Drop it like a deuce. Drop it like a deuce. Drop it like a deuce.
Okay.
Bon Jovi or Green Day?
You're kidding me? Oh my God, I love you, Bon Jovi, but I have to go with Green Day.
All right. Labatt's or Molson?
That's supposed to be a beer?
Yes. Obviously, you don't drink beer.
No, obviously the only one I know is Molson, so I'm going to go with Molson.
Okay. Electric or acoustic?
Ooh, I would have to go with acoustic because I play it the most right now.
Yeah, and you had a couple acoustic type songs on your EP, correct?
Yeah, but when I'm live, I play more acoustic, so I have to say acoustic for now.
Okay. Ice cream or ice hockey?
Ice cream. I like hockey, but who cannot say no to ice cream?
Winter Olympics or Summer Olympics?
Oh, I would say Winter Olympics because of it's more interesting.
All right.
Snow.
We've got 5 questions for you. Favorite city in Canada?
Ottawa.
Your go-to winter beverage?
Winter beverage. Hot chocolate.
Tasty. Love hot chocolate. You can never go wrong with that.
I can have it in the hottest day of the year, too.
Most memorable moment in music?
When I went to a Green Day concert and Billy looked at me in my eyes and sat right in front of me and sang to me.
That's a good one.
Green Day. Yeah, I was just lucky. I was holding a poster and he saw it. He came up to me. He didn't hold my hand, but he sat there on his knees, sang some of the lyrics of a song. Can't remember. I think it was She off his Dookie album. And I was crying so hard and people thought I was having like a problem. And I'm like, it's Billy, guys. It's really. I'm not dying here. That's probably the most memorable moment because he was right in front of me.
Awesome. Most underrated musical artist?
Oh, I don't know what you mean.
Not overrated, underrated.
Meaning?
I mean, they should get more recognition than they do.
Oh. I think Headley.
Headley. Okay, that's a good answer.
They're on tour, but I noticed that they only tour Canada, from what I see. I think they're a very good band. I think they need to have more push. I think they can be bigger than what they are. They're big, but I think they can be bigger, like how big Simple Plan is. I think they can be as big as them.
Well, you just told more people about it because they're listening to the show, so maybe that'll help them along.
Go hear Headley. They're on tour. They're amazing. Their new album rocks.
Okay, and last question. Are you ready?
Yeah?
If you were an Olympic sport, what would you be?
Okay. Olympic sport. Would race car driving be a part of it?
I don't think so. I'm not sure they have NASCAR in the Olympics.
Okay. Olympic sport. Maybe snowboarding.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Maybe you'll take that up after you get tired of DJing.
Yeah. I drive, so I'm always going fast. Oops. Are there any cops listening?
No, they don't care.
No.
They love you here. So
No. I'm not going that fast to cause an accident. I just like hearing the zoom and the engine in the car while I'm driving. I like to hear the car moving, you know? When the car's going so slow in traffic, I'm like, this is boring. I want to drive the car when I'm driving the car. You know what I mean? I want the cars to get out of my way so I can cruise, you know?
And that's it, ladies and gentlemen, for yet another 60 minutes of The John Lebang Show. I want to thank everybody for tuning in this week. It's been a good week of broadcasting. We had a little fun all the way around. Don't forget to go to my website. That's www.jlebang.com. Thanks to all my affiliate stations and you, the listener, for tuning in like I just said. And until the vibrations of my vocal cords reach your ears again, causing what we know here as chronic brain cell rejuvenation. This is John Lebang, signing off from the Banger Studios.
T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have liftoff. Tune in again next week. Same time, same space, same station.
Resistance